Thank you. Oh. Perfect.
Is there a name on that?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Alright, so after taking the love language quiz, all of us receive physical touch as our top language. Physical touch is a love language that involves being close and being able to touch your partner, and it shows itself such as kissing, hugging, having an arm around the person, or just holding their hand. The definition of physical touch means that the person values closeness and physical expressions of affection and love from you and your partner. So even the smallest amount of physical contact, like a poke or a back pat, can mean a lot to that person who physical touch is their love language. Some examples of it can be shown through hugs, kisses, cuddling, an arm around them, holding their hand, or just a poke. Just walk up to them and poke them. So cuddling on the couch or on a bed while watching a movie with a loved one is a good example too. Or holding their hand while they're driving or while you're walking around in public. Small kisses on the cheek and just hugging them randomly are great ways to express it. So physical touch can be expressed in many different ways, from small amount to a large amount, and can mean the world to anyone who has the physical touch love language. So hugs, kisses, cuddling, and just holding their hand can bring joy and happiness to them. Without physical touch, there can be some pretty detrimental effects.
So I'm going to talk about the effects. One of the big ones is called touch starvation. I don't know if y'all have heard of it, but it basically happens when you don't touch anybody for a long period of time, and your body starts to crave touch, and this causes depression and stress and anxiety, all those bad things nobody likes. But the reason this happens is because when you touch someone, brush up against them, anything like that, your body releases oxytocin and dopamine, which relieve all the stress, depression, anxiety, all stuff like that. And this can actually be really important. That's why people used to shake hands when they first met people. It can actually change the way people think of you. If you shake hands, they might like you a little bit better. The University of Berkeley actually did a study on it, and they did half the people shake hands or touch or hug when they first met someone, and then the other half didn't touch anybody at all. And they tested 60% better with the people that touched them, that they actually trusted the person more. And you don't want touch to be misinterpreted or seen as overbearing or clingy. So
physical touch is in some cartoons, and it can be seen in some parts in SpongeBob. He's one of the characters that shows a lot of physical touch towards his friends, making him look clingy towards Squidward, which annoys him, and in a way, making him hate SpongeBob. But deep down, he knows he likes his annoying weird neighbor. You can see SpongeBob playing with his friends in like movies and like the cartoons. Hugs are something that most would enjoy and they're appreciated. I think the tight hugs are the best way to comfort and feel security with them. And it makes you feel like one cares. Those hugs are the kinds that I would say have a very deep feeling, because a hug can be comforting in any situation. It can also make you feel calm, and there are people that care about you in any way possible. The importance of physical touch is very important, because when one is born, it is said that the baby is to have physical contact with the mother once it's born. That way the baby could feel the mom. Even when they're in the belly, the mom puts her hand in her belly and she can feel the little one and feel the connection with the baby. That gives the mother comfort when it kicks or when it does something, when it moves in there. They also feel anxious to hold them, to hold their babies, because they're so excited that they want to meet their new little guy or gal. And that's another way to show physical touch. It's very important it gives you a feeling of safety and comfort when having physical contact. It can also be good for us. It can release oxytocin, reduce stress, and calms in our nerve system, making it an important and emotional need. And not not just humans that are only one. They're not the only ones. But also, physical touch is a natural thing. You can see reflected in like animals like chimps, where they groom themselves, each other, and sometimes it's used to calm their tempers and soothe conflicts with one another. And it's very important to feel that someone cares for you in a hug or in any possible way that you feel that someone is there for you.
Now I'm going to talk about how physical touch as a love language ties into the other love languages. And I want to start off by saying physical touch is the most dangerous of the 5 love languages. Dr. Jordan Peterson says that physical touch is a necessary part of life. Without touch, none of the other love languages can exist. Dr. Peterson also states that a lack of receiving your love language can lead to resentment within your relationship. This ties into that touch starvation thing that Will touched on. This is only made worse with a lack of physical touch, because without touch, you neglect a key part to a serious, committed relationship, which is sexual behavior at nature. However, sex is not the only way that a person with physical touch as a love language can be loved. It can be a small gesture, such as holding hands with someone, hugs, giving a kiss, pat on the back, and like Morgan said, poking. I find myself sometimes when I'm in a good mood, I'll just be poking my girlfriend, you know, and she hates it because that's her bottom love language, is physical touch. So I'll just poke her and she gets really annoyed with me, but I don't care because I do care. Anyway. Michael Penninger, a writer for Blinkist.com, says that because of the physical nature of this love language, it leads people to believe that it is only to satisfy the sensual needs of the person. He then goes on to say that desiring physical touch is more about feeling seen and safe than it is about sex. And a person with physical touch as a love language is not always looking for sex. Oh, everyone has a card. I want everyone to go to the name of that person, or the person's who they have named, and I want them to perform whatever action it says on that card.
Oh, you're on there. Oh.
How are we gonna start this? Ready to start? Back. Again.
What is happening over here?
We're making a handshake.
Oh, are you guys making a handshake too?
That works.
That was actually pretty cool.
Thank you.
All right, now everybody has
I got
some
you.
love messages.
Is that on everyone's card?
No,
Oh, it's mandatory.